Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you all know that myself I am Gangotri. Today I am going to explain the topic of applications of scheduling in processing for the operating system. What is OS? An operating system is a system software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provides common service for computer programs. Time-sharing operating system schedules tasks for efficient use of the system and may also include accounting software for the cost allocation of processor, time, mass storage, peripherals and other resources. For hardware functions such as input and output and memory allocation, the operating system acts as an intermediary between programs and the computer hardware. Although the application code is usually executed directly by the hardware and frequently makes system calls to an OS function or is interrupted by it, operating systems are found of many devices that contain a computer, for cellular phones and video game consoles to web servers and supercomputers. What is scheduling? Scheduling has long been one of the most fundamental operating in systems and networks. It involves assigning tasks to CPUs and switching between them. Decisions critical both for application performance and the system efficiency. For a long time, operating system scheduling focused on fairness. The processor scheduling is the activity of the processor manager that handles the removal of the running processes from the CPU and the selection of another processors on the basis of particular strategy. Processor scheduling is an essential part of multi-programming operating system. It selects processes from the pool or the secondary memory and then maintains them in the primary memory's ready queue. The multi-programming degree is most commonly controlled by the long-term schedulers. What is processing? A process is actively running software or a computer code. Any procedure must be carried out in precise order. An entity that helps in describing the fundamental work unit that must be implemented in any system is referred to as processes. A process is an instance of program running in a computer. It is close in meaning to task, a term used in some operating system. In the Unix and some other operating system, a process is started when a program is initiated. An active program can be cancelled a process. For example, when you want to search something on web, then you start a browser. So this can be processes. Another example of processes can be starting your music player to listen to some cool music of your choice. Use of scheduling in OS. Scheduling is the art of planning your activities so that you can achieve your goals and priorities in the time you have available. When it's done effectively, it helps you understand what you can realistically achieve with your time. Make sure you have enough time for essential tasks. Demerit of scheduling. One of the most common demerit of the preemptive priority CPU scheduling algorithm is the starvation problem. This is the problem in which a process has to wait for a larger amount of time to get scheduled into the CPU. This condition is called starvation problem. The disadvantage of scheduling activities is the lack of flexibility, and it is time consuming to organize tasks and create a timeline. However, it could increase your productivity and maintain everything in order, which could generate more focus on your part. High priority processes use up a lot of CPU time. Lower priority processes may stray and be postponed indefinitely. The situation where a process never gets scheduled to run is called starvation. Another problem is deciding which processes get which priority level assigned to it. The disadvantage of scheduling activities is the lack of flexibility, and it is a time consuming. Applications of scheduling in processes for OS. Scheduling allows the OS to allocate CPU time for which processes depending upon a pre-decided strategy or algorithm. Processor scheduling also helps the CPU to stay busy at all times, thus making sure that the OS utilizes CPU time to the optimum. In computing, a process is the instance of computer program that is being executed by one or many threads. Scheduling is the important in many different computer environments. One of the most important areas of scheduling in which program will works on the CPU. This task is handled by the operating system OS, the computer, and there are many different ways in which we can choose a configure program. Processor schedulers are the fundamental components of operating system responsible for deciding the order in which processes are executed by the CPU. In simpler terms, they manage how the CPU allocates its time among the multiple tasks or processes that are competing for its attention. Long-term schedulers is also known as job schedulers. It chooses the processes from the pool, that is the second memory, and keeps them in the ready queue, maintained in the primary memory. Short-term schedulers is also known as CPU schedulers. It selects one of the jobs from the ready queue and dispatch to the CPU for the execution. Then medium-term schedulers take care of swapped out processes. If the running state processes need some IO time, that is input output time, for the completion, then there is a need to change its state from running to waiting. Processes scheduling is the activity of the processes manager that handles the removal of the running processes from the CPU and the selection of the another processes based on the particular strategy. Processes scheduling is an essential part of the multi-programming operating system. Thank you.